Howdy. Today we're looking at the Boltor Incarnon, specifically on the Boltor Prime variant, because you can't put this on the Prime or the weird Syndicate version. I don't even remember what it's called. Talos Boltor, that's what it was. But we like the Prime because it looks cooler. And this is at the request of the Big L Poppy Matt Ketchum himself. We are doing this because he quite likes this, and he was like, use it. I was like, wow. And then I used it. I was like, wow. And now here we are. I think I did a video on it in the past, but that was before the Jade Shadows update, as well as other updates, and it feels a lot better now than it used to. And we got some interesting stuff to go along with it. Now, the Boltor Prime on its own, without the Incarnon adapter, is kind of raging dog shit, to be totally honest here. Decent fire rate, 10 fire rate, 60 mag, that's okay. 2.4 second reload, that's rough. 12% crit chance, 2x multiplier, which is bad. 34% status, which is good until you see that it's got impact and puncture and nothing else. 4.6 impact and 41.4 puncture. That's a yikes. Now. It can be fixed, though, with the Incarnon adapter. The Incarnon adapter makes it so, you get headshots, switch modes, and then it makes it so the weapon is basically the same thing, except it has, like, a wider spread, and it has slash damage. Other than that, the weapon mostly feels similar, or at least in my experience it does. Now, it has way higher stats, but first we gotta go over the evolutions. So the second evolution, you have a choice between Crimson Overture. You get 2 base damage per kill and 20% ammo efficiency per kill for 5 seconds on every kill, stacking up to 3 times. The base damage does affect the Incarnon. The ammo efficiency does not affect the Incarnon. The other option is Hunter's Mantra. Increase base damage by +4, and with channeled ability active, +4 punch through and 40% accuracy. Definitely like Hunter's Mantra more if you can proc it, but a lot of Warframes don't have active channeled abilities, so that's gonna be kind of a yikes. So most of the time I stick with Crimson Overture, but if you have a channeled ability, definitely go with Hunter's Mantra. The third evolution, you can go for 6% projectile velocity, which is decent. 20 increased base mag, which is okay, it doesn't affect the Incarnon, or 60% reload speed. This is a must-have. It makes the weapon feel so much better because it makes you reload faster, and reload speed affects how fast you go in and out of the Incarnon mode. Then the final evolution, you can go for Elemental Balance, which is 18% base status, Survivor's Edge for 10% base crits and 10% base status, or Commodore's Fortune for 14% base crit chance. I definitely prefer Survivor's Edge because the extra crit is nice and it gives the most total bonus, right? Like 14%, 18%, or this is 10 and 10 for 20%. So this is a nice balance of stats. Now, with all of this added together, we have 34% crit chance in our Incarnon mode, 3x crit multiplier, 23.3% status per projectile because it also has a base multi-shot in the Incarnon form of 3, and very juicy damage at 72, which is much higher than the 46 at base. It has 2.4 impact, 7.2 puncture, and 14.4 slash. So very obviously slash weighted like it says in the tooltip. With this weapon, you can do some interesting things. First, I want to show it without anything on it real quick. That's still got stuff on it. That's not what we're looking for. Now, we will spawn these delicious enemies in, and I want to show you the comparison of the accuracy between the normal and the Incarnon mode. So if we shoot this wall right here, you can see it's pretty accurate for the most part, but if we switch into the Incarnon mode, our zoom goes down, and now our accuracy is a little rough. You're still shooting the same, like, little darts, pellets, whatever the hell Boltor shoots, bolts. Yeah, look at me, big brain. But the accuracy can be a bit of a pain, depending on if you need all of the shots to hit the enemy in the head or not. Though a lot of the time you're going to do enough damage that it won't really matter too much. Now, since it's slash weighted, we're going to build it for slash. Full disclosure, I have, in fact, built it for like every other status, and every other status feels terrible in this weapon. Blast, yeah, it's got high status chance, but I don't know. Blast feels pretty meh. There's better options like Sybaris, gases, yuck, electric, heat, cold, toxin, all of that. None of it really works well. This is meant to be a slash weapon, and that's really what it excels at. And you have two main options. So either you go full slash or you go slash viral. This is a slash viral build, and it's fairly decent. We've got galvanized chamber, galvanized aptitude. It is additive on this weapon, I believe. Fairly certain. Gives status chance, damage on kill for every status affecting the target, which is nice. Prime shred for punch through and fire rate. If you don't have prime shred, that's fine. Either go normal shred if you still want punch through, which I would recommend, or if you just want fire rate and don't care about hitting multiple enemies, then I would go with speed trigger. Then we have critical delay for crit chance, but we lose a bit of fire rate, though that's countered by prime shred. Vital sense for crit damage, because we need that. Ryan Brown's malignant force to get the status chance, as well as the elements to get viral. And the last slot, we have fanged fusillade. This is a tough one, because fanged fusillade is going to give you higher slash weighting, but it doesn't actually increase the damage of the slash ticks. You could, however, go for Rifle Elementalist instead, which gives 0.6 punch through, which is nice, and 90% status damage, and that's multiplicative to other stuff on the slash procs. But this is only going to buff the slash procs, not the upfront damage, because we are doing some level of upfront damage. And you either have close to double the damage on slash procs, or you can have more than double the slash procs. So I liked Fanged Fusillade more. To be completely honest, I really can't tell a difference that much compared to which one I'm using normally in a normal slash build without viral. Though in this case, because we have viral, we are going to really want the extra slash weighting, so we don't have like nothing but viral procs. And then terminal velocity, so we get extra projectile velocity. This, you don't need this, we'll take it off. And primary merciless, because it's the only one we can realistically proc without having to run something else to proc a different arcane. And we don't want to go out of our way for that. So we get the reload speed and the damage on kill. We have no companion and nothing affecting our damage on our Warframe. The reason we're Caliban is you'll see in a little bit the kinkiness of why we have Caliban equipped. Oh, I already have enemy spawn, level 205 Corrupted Steel Path Heavy Gunners. Let's strip the guy just a little bit first so I can build up my stacks without wanting to off myself. And now our damage is actually going to be pretty spicy. We don't even need to build up all of our stacks before we start melting them. So shoot the guy in the face a few times. Oh, he's gone. One shot. I think that was one shot. Here, we'll shoot this guy. 1, 2. 2 shots, max viral, 13 slash procs. Very, very good damage. And even the upfront damage, like, once you can see we can almost kill the enemy before a slash even ticks. This thing has really good damage aside from just the slash procs. Like, the weapon itself is very capable. If I didn't suck at getting headshots, you could see that it can also kill stuff in the normal form pretty decently as well. But as I always say, if anything I say way too much, is you can get viral in a lot of other sources. So what if we don't want viral? What if we want all slash? Oops, all slash. You know, like the Captain Crunch Oops All Berry cereal. Well, let's do that instead. Configuration B. We now have replaced the two 60/60 mods that gave it viral with Rifle Elementalist, since we can do it alongside Fanged Fusillade, and Hunter Munitions. I couldn't really think of anything else that I found worth it to use in this slot. You could go more multi-shot with Vigilante Armaments or Fire Rate, but I don't need Fire Rate. That's easy to get from like a companion or something. And this just gives us even more slash procs because, I mean, see, we have a 100% crit chance, so we're gonna have a 30% chance of proccing this every time it hits an enemy. So lots of extra slash procs here. This is Slash City. And then to apply viral, we'll, I don't know, do we want to use the primer now? We'll just slap on the companion. Panzerwolfeifler, there's a lot of other companions that can do it too easily, but Panzerwolfeifler is just one of them. And if you want extra fire rate, you can do the beautiful reinforced bomb, but we won't put that on right now. And then Caliban is here because Obviously, Sentient Wrath is going to be nice for massive damage increases. And armor stripping, that's nice, even though slash goes through armor. But more importantly is the Tau status effect. Now, we can apply that with most of his abilities, but mainly his 1 and the shooty guys from his 3, the Ortholists. So this is going to make it so we get even more slash procs. And when I say even more, I mean like a lot of slash procs. And you're going to see that pretty soon here. Now, allow me to build up our stacks. I need viral to actually spread. That would make my life so much easier. Thank you. Now we start murdering these guys. We've got our stacks up. Now we do this, apply a bunch of Tau onto them. Look at that. One shot. Beautiful. You do have to make sure you keep the Tau status effect up, but the amount of slash you can apply is ridiculous. I love this so much. It's so funny. And it's beautiful. And we're making use of his 1. Not that you can only apply Tau status with Caliban's 1, but it's interesting. And while Nourish is really, really good on Caliban, it's just kind of samey. So I wanted to do this without any, like, you know, helmet ability on Caliban. So this is a pretty funny setup. I quite like it. I don't really think there's anything else I need to mention about the weapon, so instead we're just going to go right into a mission so you can see it in combat. Welcome to the Steezy Stadium, where everything tastes like cheese. This is pretty snazzy. I like this. My companion is not Panzer Violet like I had shown in the simulacrum. That's just because Panzer was most consistent for testing purposes. Right now, we are using Nautilus Prime in all of its glory. And this is beautiful. Yes, it's a little, I don't know, not unrealistic, but buffed, I guess, right? It's not like just the weapon, because we do have Caliban here, but I still like it. I wanted to show this specifically. I mean, it's an Incarnon weapon, right? Like, it's gonna kill stuff pretty effectively regardless. So let's do something funny with it. That's my thought process was here. And if you don't like it, well, damn, that's a skill issue. Honestly, got him. The amount of slash procs this does is pretty ridiculous, and it can do plenty of damage to take you through literally any of the content in the game, even all the way to level cap. I've taken this thing to level cap, and it's very effective, especially if you're doing it against, like, Demolists. If you're doing Disruption, I don't usually play Disruption, but it will decimate Demolists like crazy. Though that is against the ones that aren't, like, completely freaking immune to status procs, aka not the Necromex in Deimos, but in normal, what is the thing called? No, it's not Interception. In the normal of whatever the hell that game mode is called with Demolists, it'll do very, very good. Because, like, if it doesn't die instantly, you're going to be able to build up an ungodly amount of extremely overpowered slash procs. So you shouldn't have any issue killing anything with this weapon. And it's also just a classic, right? It's the Boltor. Boltor is like the weapon. I know a lot of players use the normal version of the Boltor when they're low mastery rank and they stay to. I was one of those players. It's just a really cool looking weapon. It's a really fun weapon. Part of it is just how it feels, right? How the weapon feels is very important with any sort of weapon or anything in general in a video game. And the Boltor just feels right. When you shoot it, it's borderline orgasmic. And it makes all of those neurons start firing in your brain. If it doesn't do that for you, then I'm sorry, but you were born with a defect. Highly unfortunate. Space Mom did you dirty. Okay, back here, now you don't have to sit through that 15-second loading phase. We're still going to kill this Acolyte just fine. It's going to struggle a little bit, like on the higher end against Acolytes specifically, because you can't apply more than 4 slash procs on them. So do keep that in mind. It might be a bit of an issue, but overall, it'll perform pretty damn well in just about anything you can need it in. And it looks cool. That's mostly, I'm not really sure what else to say about the weapon. The Boltor Incarnon is one of the most straightforward, weapons or Incarnon weapons in the game. It's just like gun, slash, stuff, die. And you know what? That fits the Boltor's theme perfectly. So, absolute thumbs up from me. Massive, delicious W on DE's part, in my opinion. It's not the most broken Incarnon in the game, but it's still a pretty strong one nonetheless. If you liked the video, that would be a big whoa. Leave a like or subscribe. Unless it sucked, then leave a dislike and leave a really mean comment saying, skill issue, no peepee, small brain. That way I know that all of those things were true. Other than that, I'm not really sure. Well, if you got any ideas of anything you want me to do, let me know. I've been a little bit slow about getting to doing stuff lately. Things have been, oh, so very hectic. Your boy's been very, very sick many of the days. And also the days that I'm not sick, I'm usually working, doing other stuff so that I can pay the bills, like odd jobs here and there. Something that I wanted to mention, it kind of works out, that's at the end of this video, since I know a lot of people click out right at the end, which I do too, myself, right? But, if you want to support me, okay, now, I haven't been posting a whole lot lately because of time issues and, like, having to do other stuff to try to get money, pay bills. So, I've been really not wanting to do this because I don't want to seem like I'm begging for money, but if you want to support me, want me to be able to make more videos and stuff, and then you can also, I don't know, find some way to like do benefits and stuff, there is channel memberships, though YouTube does take half of the money from that. If you don't want to do the channel memberships and want to give money to me directly without YouTube taking like freaking way more than they should, then I'm also going to leave in the description a link to a website called Ko-Fi where you can donate stuff there for if anyone is interested. If not, obviously that's fine, but you know, if you are, that'd be a big whoa. That's gonna do it for the video though. If you, again, leave a like, subscribe if you want to. Other than that, adios.